Now, in my opinion, the Club World Cup throws the biggest headache to any manager, to any set of players, to any board member, to any sport director, to any fan. Now, what is the headache? What is the dilemma? Do you take the Club World Cup serious and risk going into next season completely knackered, completely tired? Your players will be fatigued because you have to bear in mind, they're playing in very hot conditions, not on the best of pitches. And two, pre-season starts 2 weeks after the end of the Club World Cup. So what's the catch? Why are some teams taking it serious? Why are some teams putting out their best starting 11s? The catch is Monterrey won, Inter won. Both teams have put $800,000 in their back pocket. Yes, you heard me right. $800,000 for that 90-minute performance. If Inter had won, for example, let's say the Lautaro Martinez goal had stood, Inter would have put $1.5 million in their back pocket. Guys, this is life-changing money, especially when speaking of the Serie A clubs where financially they're not as gifted as some of the La Liga teams, some of the Premier League teams. You could literally sign an entire brand new player just from the money that you generate from the Club World Cup, and that's why teams are taking it serious. That's why teams are playing the best of their best starting 11s. It's all about squad management. But we're here to discuss Cristian Chivu's first match as Inter manager. What's different? What's different? Simone Inzaghi has gone to Al Hilal. What's different? I'd be a liar if I told you guys I saw much of a difference. The only thing that I did see was Inter playing to high intensity in some moments, but that is something that we did see under Simone Inzaghi's reign. But in some moments you could see they would get out of third gear, go into fourth, go into fifth, and you'd see the quality. You'd see the quality of a team that got to a Champions League final. You'd see the quality of a team that beat Barcelona. You'd see the quality of a team that competed for the Serie A. The quality is there, okay? And in my opinion, if the $1 million question was, should Inter take this competition serious and risk going into next season tired? I probably wouldn't say go all out 120% because of the money, but this is definitely an opportunity for you to generate crazy cash, and all you have to do is get to the round of 16. But I would definitely say go into every game as a must-win. Don't go into it thinking, a draw is okay. If we lose, it's okay. We're still making it through. Even if you secure promotion, even if you secure qualification, I'd still go into the third game trying to win. 1.5 million is a joke. But speaking on the game, I feel like with Cristian Chivu, we're not going to see much throughout this entire tournament. We're not. We might finally see his blueprint, his philosophy, his style of play. Maybe, just maybe, first few games of the Serie A campaign. Like, he needs a preseason where he knows I can go out there and lose 4-0 and there's no repercussions. At the moment, there's something on the line. And if it's not getting as far as possible in the Club World Cup, it's the money. It's the money. Preseason doesn't generate you much money. There's a lot of similarities in terms of the build-up, in terms of the way they set up on and off the ball. There's a lot of similarities in the squad utilization, which in my opinion, I feel like Inter really now need to start moving in that direction where you keep the young players. The old guards, you thank them. We appreciate what you've had to bring to this table, what you've achieved. I'll be honest with you guys. As much as I feel like Acerbi is a very good centre-half, Acerbi for me is a good centre-half because he's 37. I feel like Acerbi in the modern game, like, he's slowing down. He's a good player, and I credit him and I applaud him because he's 37 and still playing at the high level. I would definitely keep him as a squad rotational piece, but for him to be an integral player in the starting 11, I feel like it holds Inter back. Somebody like Mkhitaryan, once again, I applaud him, but 35, 36, as much as he's doing a good job for a 35, 36-year-old, he will not do it as good of a job as a 25, 26-year-old that's got the endurance, that's full of legs. I'm looking at Chivu and I'm telling myself, regardless of the tactics, regardless of the system, regardless of the results, you've now walked in and you've got an opportunity to integrate the younger players, build a core around them, something that's more sustainable, something that gives Inter the platform to compete season after season with these players gelling and growing together. And you'd never ever look at them in 12 months' time and be like, this guy is 37. This guy is 38. I'm looking at players like Darmian. Like, Darmian was playing as a wing-back. Darmian, Mkhitaryan, Acerbi. I would definitely demote them to the bench. If they want to leave, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, let's just say, if these three players were to leave Inter, I wouldn't be surprised if the next step is retirement. Inter, it's a catch-22. Take the Club World Cup serious, generate crazy cash, which can then help you in the rebuild process, or use the Club World Cup, in my opinion, as an opportunity to integrate the young players. So, for example, I would look at somebody like Luis Enrique and be like, you should be a starter. Let's see what you can offer in the Club World Cup. Show me what you're good at. Show me how I can utilize you. And I feel like he done really well when he came on. Full of energy, full of pace. Like, as much as Dumfries might be fast, this dude is rapid and he's got the technical quality in the final third. He's got an eye for goal, but it's still early days. I'm looking at somebody like Peter Sušić, the Croatian player. Bring him in. Bring him in. Use the Club World Cup as an opportunity for him to gel with somebody like Barella, for him to impose himself. Keep Mkhitaryan as a player that comes off the bench. That's how I would look at it. But for me, I definitely feel like it was a good performance. It was a good performance. There were good moments. It's probably a game that could have ended 4-0. But did we see the Cristian Chivu blueprint? No, not really. Are you going to see it in the next game? No, not really. Are you going to see it in the game afterwards? No, not really. It takes time. It takes a lot of reinforcements. And I feel like this is definitely the opportunity. Integrate the youth. Phase out the old heads. And see where your squad needs improvements. Yeah, pre-season is when we can sit down and be like, okay, sweet. So you had the Club World Cup, X amount of games. You then had a whole pre-season camp. Now, let's start talking some football. Now, let's see some system. Now, let's see the difference between you and Simone Inzaghi. And it will give us a wider idea as to how Inter will play under Chivu. But I feel like at the moment, it's just a matter of playing who wants to play or who's got the energy to play. Like, it's just about utilizing your squad. You have to bear in mind, it's hot conditions out there, guys. Like, that's one thing we can't deny. It's hot conditions out there. It's demanding. These are all players that have just played 60 games on the trot. It's all about just getting the job over the line, trying to generate as much money as possible, because football, it's not the game that we all love. Football's become a business, okay? Football has become a business. And if I was a coach and I knew, beat Monterrey, and I get 1.5 million in my pocket, make it to the last 16 and I get, I believe, 15 million in my pocket, I'm telling the guys, listen, take it serious. Don't put your body on the line and risk an ACL or risk breaking a foot. But I need to play to some intensity. I need you guys to convert those chances. Lautaro Martinez, Thuram, opportunities once again. Not the best. Esposito, I feel like he done really well. There was movement, there was hold up. You could see there was hunger. It felt like he had more of a point to prove than somebody like Martinez and Thuram, and rightfully so. But he's definitely a player that I would look at and say, maybe, just maybe, keep him around. But if it means he gets no minutes, then I would loan him again. But this is his opportunity. This is his opportunity to strike his claim, to be like, listen, don't loan me, keep me around, because this is what I can do. And I feel like he had a good game regardless of the miss. But listen, Monterrey won, Inter won. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on another one.